At the heart of the world lies a unique place, a real land of opportunity which, since 2009, under the leadership of the President of the Republic, His Excellency Mr. Ali Bongo Ondimba, has been firmly committed to the path of development. Welcome to Gabon. Gabon enjoys an incredible, unspoiled natural heritage, with forests covering 80% of its territory and 500 miles of coastline. It also enjoys underground riches, including petroleum and several other minerals. Gabon's population is young, and its school enrollment rate is one of the highest in Africa. Its geographical location makes it a real African hub, a gateway to the region and all of sub-Saharan Africa. Some 40 years of institutional stability guarantee a political, economic, legal and fiscal environment that drives business development. And with all of the country's green light economic indicators, a steadily increasing growth rate, a positive balance of payments and a reduced debt ratio, Gabon brings together all the fundamentals needed to accelerate its development and diversification by opening key sectors of its economy to investors in compliance with international standards, based on the three pillars of developing Gabon: Green Gabon, Industrial Gabon, and Service-Oriented Gabon. First, the mining sector offers major investment potential. Gabon has certified reserves of 3.7 billion barrels of oil, and several blocks are accessible, including for offshore exploration. Currently the world's #2 producer of manganese, Gabon can potentially become the world leader. With iron reserves of 1 billion tons and an iron content of 64%, the Belinga site is a major development opportunity, as are other sites where minerals can be extracted. Minerals such as niobium, phosphate, lead, zinc, barite, talc, gold, diamonds and silver, all of which are present on Gabon's land. With 20 million hectares of forests, governed by rules for sustainable development, the timber industry, a traditional sector of the Gabonese economy, has been evolving rapidly since 2010. As the world's largest producer of okume, Gabon has made a commitment to processing this resource locally, including training qualified personnel and obtaining FSC certification. These are valuable assets in establishing technical and industrial partnerships serving sectors like housing and design. The development of local fisheries is a major objective, with the goal of contributing 20% of GDP in the long term. Several zones are now being outfitted with equipment: landing areas, processing and packaging facilities, canneries, fish farms and lagoons are just some of the assets Gabon has to offer. Gabon is working to achieve food self-sufficiency by supporting micro-projects, creating agricultural cooperatives, and strengthening the marketing and packaging sectors. Over 5 million acres of land can be cultivated for cash crops such as coffee, cocoa, rubber and palm oil, in accordance with environmental standards. And major international groups have already invested more than $1 billion. To support this development, the government has implemented numerous tax incentives as part of the country's agricultural code. Ecotourism is growing considerably. With less than 5.6 people per square mile, Gabon's flora and fauna are intact and among the most diverse in the world. The 13 national parks and protected areas represent 20% of the country's land. And soon, continuous satellite observation of its forests and oceans will make Gabon the undisputed leader in environmental preservation and the fight against global warming. There are also many areas where quality tourism projects are being developed, always based on the protection of nature with respect for biodiversity and local traditions. Again, several incentive programs are available. To support these projects and demonstrate the government's commitment to new first-rate international partners, special economic zones have been established which offer several advantages. The NCOC Special Economic Zone specializes in the local development and processing of timber. The Manji Island Special Economic Zone, the leading technology park in the region, is focused on the development of oil and oil industry services, processing and packaging fish and seafood products, and the digital economy. And finally, 5 agricultural zones are utilizing 2.5 million acres of arable land and developing the country's agri-food processing potential. Right now, these areas are providing a complete specialized ecosystem and a business-friendly environment. Gabon's national infrastructure framework and the resulting major projects policy are energizing all sectors of the economy. This is made possible by the simultaneous development of 3 corridors, including all the infrastructure required for industrial development: energy, water, roads, railways, telecommunications, new information and communications technologies, ports and airports, as well as the essential components of social development: housing, urbanization, education and higher education, sports and recreation, and widespread access to healthcare. All these programs, whether ongoing or upcoming, represent an investment of some $20 billion through 2016. Moreover, Gabon's political stability has allowed large financial groups such as BGFI, the leading banking group in Central Africa, insurance giants such as Ogar and AXA all to thrive, and has made possible the creation of the BV Max stock exchange. It is clear that Gabon is building a new model for development. This model, embraced by President Ali Bongo Ondimba, is based on third millennium objectives, sustainable development, and mutual respect. That's R as in revenues shared with all partners. E, eco-social impact. S, sustainability. P, public-private partnership. E, energy renewal. C, carbon zero. And T, technology and innovation. Respect. This is Gabon's developing model. This is the model for our next relationship.